Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. For today's review, I'll be looking at a tool called Blogify. Blogify is a tool that allows you to repurpose content from over 50 sources into a blog. And it has some really cool features such as publishing to WordPress or Medium after it's created. You can also monetize by adding in your affiliate links and you get real-time analytics. So for this demonstration, I'll be repurposing a YouTube video, an Amazon product link, a web page, and a document. I'll also be going through these features on the left side and we'll be going through the add-ons too, which I have. But before we get into all that, let's just talk about the pricing. Now they have a monthly subscription and you can pay annually and that will save you 20%. But what most people will want to know about is the lifetime deal. So you have 5 different plans from light all the way up to enterprise for 1,999. The main difference here are the credits per month. So it says here 50 credits gets you around 10 blogs a month and 1,000 credits gets you a huge 200. Which doesn't sound a lot, but when you can repurpose content from any platform and YouTube videos up to 180 minutes on the enterprise package, you can see the benefits straight away. Also, a few other points to make is here they have the amount of platforms that you can repurpose from. So if you're looking for TikTok, you'd have to go from the 3rd tier and above. And then you got the source file size. So for the lowest, it's 30 megabytes and it goes up to 200 meg. Also the source file duration, which is really important. So if you're importing a YouTube video, perhaps a podcast, and it's say 3 hours long, you might want to go for the very top tier. And then you've got some other features going down. For the first 2 tiers, you don't get Copilot blog creation or SEO score and optimization. And for the top 3 tiers, you can't publish to your own site. And the first one you can't schedule. And going down here, we have Writing Snippet, which is an add-on, YouTube Connect, which is also an add-on, and YouTube Connect Pro. And I'll cover these later, but these are additional add-ons that require a monthly fee. Okay, so now we've gone over the pricing, let's log into the dashboard. So when you first sign into Blogify, you'll come across this dashboard, and this is the overview page. And here you'll find the total blogs that you have created this month so far, your active sites, your available credits, and then it tells you your monthly credits and your wallet, which is where you can earn affiliate commissions and then withdraw them to your bank. And below that, you'll have your most recent blogs. And here you can actually create a new blog and you can view all blogs, or you can see your most recent blogs here. And it will give you a bit of information to the side, such as your title of your YouTube blog post or your video blog post. It will tell you how many words the blog post is, and it will tell you if it's been published or it's in draft. And if we go to view all blogs, you can search just here and you can search for your blog title. There's also a nice filter area where you can choose the blog source. You can select the author if you have multiple users. You can even choose between the minimum and maximum word count, and you can minimize it by choosing where your blog post will publish to. And if you add your site to Blogify, you can see all the blog activity here, the traffic, the clicks, and there's a lot more data here, such as where people click from, where you're getting your most traffic. So this is really nice kind of analytics for your website. Now, before we get into all the features on the side, some of these will interlink. So to start creating a new blog, you just click here, create new blog. So you can choose from over 50 plus sources, which is amazing. And I haven't gone through all of these, but I have done a few. So let's do YouTube for the first demonstration, because that is one of the most popular platforms and for repurposing content for. So first of all, you need to grab YouTube video. I'm going to grab my Vado AI review part 2 video, go back to here, and I'm going to insert the link here. And it will say it's a valid URL, and there it is. Now we can run through these options so we can get the best output that we want. So the first thing you'll come across is the source language. You can choose from all these languages, which is really nice. You can also embed the source content into your blog if you have it integrated. You can add some custom instructions here, so it will give you a option to guide the AI. So I could say, make sure this review of Radu AI is short and in the style of a tutorial, as that is kind of what it is. And moving down, we have the blog settings, and you have two generation modes. You have autopilot, where Blogify will automatically generate your blog outline and content. So that's the easiest method. And then if you want to tailor your outline, you would choose Copilot, and you will decide the outline and content of your blog. I will leave it on autopilot for now because, well, it's nice to be lazy at times. You also get the blog's point of view. So you have first person, which is I, my, we, or our. Second person, you, your, or yourself. Third person, he, she, it, and they. I always like second person for reviews. We can also choose the blog tone, so they have a bunch of ones to choose from. I'm just going to leave it as informative. You can choose review or how to, which are also good. There's a few that kind of mix together. It'd be nice to maybe have a custom one, but that's not there at this time. And most importantly, it has blog size. So this is where you will ask the AI to provide an output of a certain amount of words. So you'd have to think about how long your video is and then kind of take a educated guess at how many words you think it would be right for. So for this review, it's about a 30-minute video, and to capture everything, I'm just going to go for about just over 2,000 because I think it can get all the information in there in a nice kind of formatted output. And if you had 3-hour video, you might go for a larger amount of words. So moving on, we've got blog optimization, and similar to source basically means that the output the AI will provide will be more like how you wrote it and the things you talked about. So if you had it quite low, like 15, it would probably give you some fluff back. But if you had it at 90, it would be more on the point of the review. So for a video review of a SaaS tool or product, you'd want it to be more focused on exactly what you talked about. And then we have SEO optimized, which is a really nice feature. So it says here, if selected, your blog will be SEO optimized, but it'll be less similar to your blog source. So Blogify will automatically identify and use SEO keywords to optimize your blog, or you can add your own. So this could be good for many other videos or content. Perhaps if you want to rank further up on Google, or you're happy for the AI to find different SEO keywords that match your content, then you would go for this. And you can also add in your own here, which is nice, but I will go to similar to source. You can also choose the blog language, so they've got all your popular ones there. And now we have some options for blog content. You can add in the cover image, so on the YouTube thumbnail, that will be the cover image, and I quite like that because who doesn't want their own thumbnail as the cover image on their blog post? You can also add in a data table, so it might find some facts on the internet and it will add them in as a table, which is quite cool. Then you have data charts, which is the same but in a chart format. You can add in quotations from your video and they will appear throughout the blog post, and that's really nice. You can also add in content images, and this basically means you can add in your own images down here, and I'll show you that in a sec. Or you can tick that off and no images will be uploaded, but then you can add in your own. There's also a CTA, which is a call to action, and there's TLDR, which basically means too long didn't read. And if someone just wants to skip to the end, the AI will give a short summary of the video in a little paragraph. And if I click on CTA and go here, you will see that it has a CTA field, or a few fields to fill out. And when you add in your information here, this will appear in a button format at the end of your blog post. So if you had like an affiliate product page or a review or anything like that, when the user goes all the way down to the bottom, they'll see a button that they can click on, and it might take you to that affiliate page. And just before we fill out that, let's go to add image under content images. And you'll have four options. You have a library, but we don't have anything added in yet. You can also generate an AI image, and I think it's only one at a time, but you can choose from 10 different styles here, from anime all the way up to portraits, landscape, and all sorts. And you just type in what kind of image you want. So I could say I want a magician who is writing a review, and he is a wizard. I mean, that is ridiculous, but because it's Voodoo and that sounds like magic, let's just, for the sake of it, choose Del E3 because that's a lot better. And you'll see that Del E2 costs 1 credit per image, and Del E3 costs 3 to 8 credits per image. And if you choose HD, it will use up more credits. Let's just choose that one, or even wide, and that will use 3 credits. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so I've just tried to create a couple of images here and I'm getting the message network error. And what I have realized is it has deducted that from my overall credits. This is something that they need to look at. So we can't do that, I'm afraid. But moving on, we have Unsplash, and you could basically use the Unsplash platform to find images. And it doesn't seem to be coming up with anything. I'm not sure why or what's going on, but we do have the option to upload. And weirdly, I've just seen that the AI image that we wanted generated has been generated. It's got 2 here of a wizard performing some kind of magic. So it did work, but strangely, it did say there was a network error. So good news is it does work. Okay, so if you did want to add in any images, you would just add those images in and they will populate at the very top, I believe. So they're not in any particular order, or the AI is not intelligent enough to work out where they should go, and they don't have that integrated. I did recommend that they could automatically get the AI to add screenshots throughout the blog post, and I've seen this on another platform. And they did say they would look into that, so let's hope they implement that in the future. And moving on, we've got control to action. So I've just put a click here to buy Voodoo AI. Nice and simple. You can choose from all these different colors. You can choose the size of the button. So 14 looks good. And I've just added in my affiliate link, which takes the person to that actual app on AppSumo. Once you're done, you also have the option for affiliate monetization, where you can earn money by adding affiliate links to your blog. Blogify will automatically analyze your content and place appropriate links. Now, unless you have a particular product, such as an Amazon product maybe, or your own, I wouldn't click this, because when I added this, it added in so many random URL links that didn't make sense, and I had to delete them all. But what you can do next is you can publish the blog to your connected platform. So you could click the plus sign and connect them from here. I'm actually connected to WordPress, so I could just go to that and I can publish draft now or schedule, which is really nice. So I really like that, and I actually have 2, but the second one is right. So if I go to generate blog, it usually takes up to about 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how many words you've requested or how long the video is, which I think is pretty fair. And in that respect, it doesn't take too long. Okay, so that took around 3 minutes to generate around 2,235 words, which is huge. And the first screen you'll come across is the blog details, and that shows you the thumbnail of your video. You can also rate your blog at the top here, which will feed back to the support team. So that's really important, so they can train the AI to create better articles. You also have the SEO metrics. We'll cover that in just a sec, but let's go over some of these options here. You can edit your blog, which I'll show you shortly. You can download it as a PDF or a doc file. You can also copy the text or the HTML, and you can delete the blog. Now on the right side here, as I said, you've got the SEO metrics, and this video or this article has given me a score of 50 out of 100. And just going down, we have the headings. you have an option that the AI can provide by improving blog headings. For some reason, it failed to generate the suggestions, but usually this works. So I'm not quite sure why that isn't working, but usually you'll get about 10 different headings that are AI generated that relate to your video. As I said earlier, you can add in different platforms that you can publish your blog to, which is cool. I have WordPress. You can share your blog, and you can see some options here. These are the prompts or the choices that you made before you created the video. So you can actually reuse this prompt on another video by simply tapping this button. And I really like that because sometimes it's easy to forget, especially if you have a good prompt and you've forgotten how to use it or what to put in and you want to use it for a different video. Before checking out the full blog, which is just here, it also provides a summary underneath that. And it has spelt Vado AI wrong, even though I did kind of put it in the options. And you also get some keywords, which is cool. You can copy all those, some hashtags, and you can copy those. You also get meta tags, and this is for various platforms and different information. And that is all of that there. So let's go to edit the blog and I'll show you what you can do. So the first thing you can do is change the cover. You can obviously click in here and change the title to whatever you want. AI also generates a table of contents, which I really like, and this would be added into your platform that you upload to. They also have some really nice editing options here, such as choosing from different headings, the font size. You can search for a word, and this is really handy because if, say for instance, they spell Vado AI FUEAI, and if I just highlight that, put it into here and search, it will find all the FUEAI, and just say I want to replace that with Vado AI, replace all, and look at that. Everything's being replaced. The only thing that I didn't do there is I didn't put a space. So it's got all the other options that you expect in an editing tool, such as inserting an image. You can add in a link anywhere. And when you upload this to your platform, this will all go in the right format and everything will be there, especially platforms like WordPress. And you can also add in an AI image and also an AI link. I wouldn't recommend clicking that. So let's just say I wanted to add in an image after here. So you want to put the cursor here and I can just click AI image and I could add in one from the library, say this one. And there you go, it's added it in. So you can't actually adjust the size here. You would probably have to do that on your platform, or if it's WordPress in the Gutenberg editor. You can then go through the rest of the blog post and add in images wherever you want. Another feature is you can highlight some of the text. So if you wanted to change it, you can highlight it and go to phrase, and then you have this little pop-up screen. So you can choose the blog tone. You can have it from any of the styles. So I might want to say more engaging, and then you'll click rephrase and it will write a new written style for you of that particular paragraph. So I'll just go to insert and now it is inserted where I want it to be. And I just want to highlight that whatever AI features you use after your content has been repurposed or your video doesn't use up any more credits. So you can basically use as much AI as you want here, re-paragraph everything, create AI images if you want. Oh, the AI images you would need to pay for, but apart from that, rephrasing and things is free. This is a review and it has a quick recap of Vado AI, tells you what is Vado AI, previous highlights, benefits of using AI tools, the latest features available in Vado AI, which is good because that's what I talked about. The pricing, so it's got all the tiers here, which is really nice. And you'll see that the format is very easy to use. It's actually added in numbers, bullet points, even some bold text for bullet points. And I think this is really engaging. It's even added some quotes here and a conclusion at the end. And sometimes I find that the AI writes too much. So sometimes you might just want to lower the word count and it will give you more precise information, or you can add that in the custom options. And this is the control to action button we added. So if I clicked here, if we're out of the editing screen, it would take me to the affiliate link. And you can also edit the CTA. So if you want to change it, you can do that. And also you can open the link. And it says the site can't be reached. So perhaps I put in the wrong affiliate link, but you get the idea. Now, usually on the right here under content, you'll see all the keywords, you'll see all the headings. But for some reason, this isn't working currently. And it was working earlier this afternoon. I will pass this on to the support team and they are very active and I'm sure they'll fix that ASAP. So that's pretty much all the features and all the things you can do on your blog post. Let's go through some of the options on the left here and then I'll come back and we'll create a couple of more blog posts from different platforms or sources. So you can actually build a website or a blog website on the Blogify platform. So if you wanted to do that, you would just add a website. I have tested this out, but then I had to reinstall my website or my hosting, so I went back to square one. But essentially, all you need to do is follow these steps, add in the DNS records. It literally finds them straight away if you've done it correctly. It's all very step by step. You can add in your meta title description for SEO. You can even add in your Google Analytics. So that will show there. You can have different site settings, add in your privacy policy. You can have comments as well, ratings. You can share it so they can share the blog post and also the table of contents, which I showed you earlier where the AI generated it. And then you can add your website even under your main domain. So you could have a subdomain or just have Blogify as your main domain. So it's entirely up to you. And I believe this feature is quite new. So they only really have one template at the moment and not so many options. And if you wanted to use Blogify just as the blog post, you could do that and you could link from your main domain. So when a user clicks on the blog on your main domain, they will go to your subdomain website here where they can access your blog post, which is really cool. So moving on, we have images, and I don't need to show you that as I showed you that earlier. But you'll use Dell E2 or 3 to get the AI to generate them, or you can upload your own. Next up, we have affiliate, which is a cool feature they have implemented in Blogify. So basically, you can add in your affiliate links, and then you'll see how they are performing. And you can see today's earnings. So if someone bought through that affiliate link Blogify through your blog post, that would appear here. It shows you your active links, pending balance, and balance. And that's balance that you can pay out into your bank account. It also gives you some performance, so you can narrow this down, you can change the date, and it will have like a line graph almost. It has payables, so you can see the list of actions or sales that came from your blog. And here you have some active links. And here are a bunch of affiliate links that you can copy, and it tells you the brands that they are from. So you've got ones like Temu, you've got Stack Social, which is very popular. If you have more, you can show more than 10 results, but at the moment they have these, what I would say, integrations, and then you have the links. So if I just clicked on one, you could see that this is automated software testing, and this is the affiliate link. You can copy that and use that. You can view the product on the website. So here it should be. So when a user clicks that affiliate link, they will be taken to this website and hopefully they would sign up and you would earn some money. And you can see the payables, you can request a payout, and then it says minimum withdrawal amount is $50. And you will just go in here and fill out all this information. And then moving on, we have link library. Now you can add in your link here, and this will be added to your affiliate link area. So you can choose the name of it, the category, the affiliate link, and the product page. So if I put in the details for Vado AI, such as the category, the affiliate link, the product page, you go to save link, and now you can use this in any of your blog posts. And you can do this for any of your blog posts. You can add in as many links as you want, and you would just highlight the text. You would go to add affiliate link, and it will be there. And moving on, we have My Wallet, and here you can request a withdrawal. So any money that you've made on the platform, you can request a withdrawal. So I have $10, but the minimum is 50. And then we have the subscription. So it tells you all the different subscriptions and what you're entitled to. And they have that for monthly, annually, and lifetime. You can see the transaction history. And moving on, we've got users. So you can actually invite users just by clicking here. You'd add in their name, the email, and you can even choose their user role. So you have admin, which have full permission, they can manage users. So this is great for teams. You have editor, so that's moderate, and then author. You can also add users the manual way, and you have a bit more information. You can add in their occupation, the bio, an email address, social handles. You can send an email invitation and join Blogify, and that's another way of doing it. And then here will be your username, so you can change the role or disable that user. And under settings, you can add in your profile picture. So I might want this one here, which is my YouTube one. Then you can add in some basic information, go to update. You can also put in your company interest, and here is where you can integrate with your platforms. And it's as simple as going to connect or disconnect. And if you go there, you can configure your options. So if I wanted to connect to Medium, it will tell you how to do that with a guide, so that's really good. And our final three features, which I'll be covering, are the add-ons, and I will go through them now, and then after that we'll create a couple of more blogs. So the first add-on is YouTube Connect Pro, and this actually is a monthly payment. And you'll see here the add-ons are featured just here. So you have writing snippets, which is $9 or $9.99 a month. And then you have YouTube Connect. So this means you connect your YouTube channel to Blogify and you can generate blogs. And the big one is Connect Pro for YouTube. And you can generate blogs, create titles, descriptions, chapters, thumbnails, tags, and all this good stuff from your video. So it goes a little bit further. So if you had all of these, you'd be paying about $24 a month, which is quite steep. But I will go into each one now and you can make your decision on whether you think it's worth it or not. So let's cover writing snippets first. Now, writing snippets is essentially a prompt that you can just fill out. So say for instance, email, you can just put in your prompt here, add your name, your title, your company name, the tone, and it will generate an announcement email. So it saves you a bit of time, but essentially these are just pre-made prompts and they have quite a few. These are all of them. So it's not a huge amount when you consider other platforms. And there isn't any integration with your video or YouTube channel. I thought for the price that you pay, they should have that, especially as a monthly payment. And I did request this, for instance, if you wanted a blog idea, instead of having to fill all this information out, it might be linked to your YouTube video and you'd be able to just type in a prompt and get the results back in relation to that video. Whereas here it's more generic, so it's more work basically. But you can filter through these, so if you wanted social media, they have some popular ones here and you can just filter through them. And you can actually save the snippets as well for later use. That's about it really for covering writing snippets. And I either think they should be lower in price or they really need to improve on it or add a whole lot more prompts. But I think integration with a video or any video would be nice. So next up we've got the main one, which is YouTube Connect Pro. Now if you are paying for this, it appears that it actually takes off credits off your monthly credit, which I do understand because it probably does use up more money from their end, but you can also buy additional credit, and it says here that additional credit is at 0.04 dollars per credit, so it's quite cheap. You can just click here to buy credit. You can actually change the channel, so if you have multiple channels you can just click here and change it. And here is all the things you can do with YouTube Connect. So you can create blogs from a video, YouTube shorts, thumbnails, video title, and I'll cover this as we go through it. So the first one is create blog from video. Now, before we can go through these, you actually have to choose a video. So because I've been doing Voodoo AI review, let's just click on that. And now you'll be able to use all these options for this video. So first of all, you can go to generate and you can access all these. So if you wanted to, say for instance, have titles, you'll just click that, or you can create all video details, which basically means it will create all of these in one kind of go. So if I went to this, it will now create contents for this video. Okay, so it finished, but nothing seems to have been generated here. So I went to close, and then I was just looking to see if anything was generated, but it doesn't appear so. So that was a bit strange, and they'll definitely need to look at that. But let's go through this manually, and I'll show you. So the first one is blog. You can just go to create blog, and you have to go through these options that we did earlier for a blog post, which is fair enough because this is the proper way to do it. You can also go to post and create a social media post. So you could do it for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, type in your prompt. You can also select the tone. Now this is what I really wanted to see on the writing snippets is if you include your YouTube link, which is linked to this video, it will then generate a post based on that video. So let's put a prompt in. So I've put in, tell me 5 key features of Voodoo AI. And let's just say I want it to be conversational. Go to generate, and that will be working underneath. Okay, so using the YouTube video transcription, it's taken in what I've asked and it's created 5 features. So story editing, video creation, music generation, and these are all correct. And what's nice is that it's even given the link for the video, which I really like. So it's a quick way of getting content out there. So that's pretty cool. You can also produce a AI generated video thumbnail. It's actually given a prompt based on this video, which is extremely long, and I don't think it's all relevant, but it has got a lot of the transcription from the video. So let's leave it as it is. And let's just say I wanted to create a photorealistic one. Let's see how that comes out. Okay, so I can't say I'm too impressed with the output. It's not very photorealistic at all. It seems very low quality, so that can be something they could definitely work on. Maybe take some inspiration from Taja. And here you can actually create shorts. Now these aren't shorts like you'd see on Minvo or other platforms where it will actually produce a 9:16 kind of aspect ratio, and then you'll have your face in there at the right times. This is basically adds in clips of the landscape version on shorts platform, so you'd have to watch it in landscape. So if we go to create shorts from video chapters, you can actually cut some of the parts of the video where you only want to clip. But let's say for this instance, we want to create shorts using Blogify. We'll click there, and now it will create shorts by cropping a video portion, but we're not doing that. We're letting Blogify automatically suggest shorts for us using the power and knowledge of AI. Okay, so it did quickly do that. It created 3, 6, 8 shorts videos, and they're around 40 seconds each roughly, and we can preview these by just clicking on it. So as you can see, it's in landscape mode. That's all it's kind of done really, but you can copy the title description. So it's giving you one based on the video, and you can prepare the video file. Moving on, you can create titles based on your video. So it's like all the others, you just click on the button, it will generate them. There isn't really any more options to enhance it. You can go to generate more titles. You can't really custom say what you want. These are very AI generated. You can tell they're from AI. And if we go to description, it will add in, I believe, 1 description. And if you've created a YouTube video and you don't like the description, you can just copy and paste this in there. You can also create video chapters. Now these are quite accurate, although it does create sometimes too many chapters, so it doesn't look that great. And you'll see that no credits have been used for all this generation, so that's quite cool. And here's all the chapters. So like I said, it has created a lot, but it has gone all the way up to the end of the video, and these are quite accurate. And if we go to tags, We can create tags and hashtags. There's also a summary and a video transcript that we can create as well. So I think between writing snippets and YouTube Connect Pro, I think YouTube Connect Pro is worth it more. There are some features such as adding more customization to the options for this one, and it would also be nice to be able to choose from different AI models, or even add in your own API key from OpenAI or Anthropic or even OpenRouter. And this is something that is really holding Blogify back at the moment, because the content generated is very GPT-4 0 mini or O mini, which we know the output is very AI generated, and you can tell straight away it is. And just having the option for more AI models will really allow you to produce better content. And that's one of the biggest gripes that I have with Blogify at the moment. Now let's get back to the more fun stuff where we can create a new blog. And this time I'm going to show you an Amazon product link into a blog. So we'll just click there and I'll go to Amazon and grab a product. Now let's just say we want these fancy headphones. We'll just click there, grab the link, take that back to Blogify and pop it in here. Now it says it's a valid URL and it should come up with an image. But it hasn't for this, but it definitely is valid, so we'll go with that. We can add in some custom instructions. I've just put in write a review for basically the whole description of the product. You have these options here. I won't go through them all, but we can do the point of view as second person. We'll choose review. We'll go all the way down to 1500 words. And maybe you want this to be SEO optimized. So hopefully it would use kind of Amazon as its source. So it'd be more tailored for that product. Let's just add in all this and I'll show you what it might come up with. We haven't got a cover image, so we might want to grab an image. I've just added in the image of the product. And you can actually choose what kind of table. So let's just say I want a single table, a single chart. For the sake of this, let's try affiliate monetization as well. And we can also add in a CTA. I mean, you guys already know about that. I'll just click it anyway, and we can add in some bits here. And I've put in here, click here to buy the headphones, added in the link, and now let's go to generate blog. Okay guys, and here is the blog post. So it's got the image that we added. It says the SEO metrics is 50 out of 100. I'm not quite sure what they base this on. I think it's all AI and what their AI is guessing, but sometimes it gets it right. Hasn't added any of the keywords like it has. I think this must be a bug, which I'm sure they'll sort out. And hopefully they'll see this video. I will also let them know. And just so you're aware, you can just click here and add in your text, and they're quite quick at responding, although over the weekend not so quick because I guess they're off, but throughout the week they are very quick. Now let's have a look at the blog. So it's added in quite a lot of details about the design, the fit, the sound quality, battery life. It's added some quotes. So I think overall this looks really good. And then it's got the button down here with the call to action. So if I click there, it would take me to that page. And yeah, I really like this. I think it looks very appealing and it's like a good review. And obviously you can go in and add the images or screenshots or whatever you want. So I want to show you two more blogs that you create. One is with web page, and they have some here. And we're going to do Reddit this time because I think that could be quite interesting. So all you need to do is put in your Reddit link here. Let's go and get one. Okay, I've just found this post, which is trying to build my portfolio, willing to work for free from a third world country. And it has some stuff here about Python, HTML, it must be experience. So I'm going to grab this post and I'm going to take it back to Blogify and put in here. Now it says it's a valid URL. And I'm going to leave some of these options just as they are because it's actually written by a first person. We'll leave it as that. We will make it professional because it comes across like that. We'll lower it down to about 1,000 words and put similar to source 90. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what you would use Reddit for creating a blog post, but there are probably some use cases out there. And it's just quite cool that they have all these options. I will leave that as it is. and we'll go to generate a blog and see what it comes up with. And because it's just a Reddit post, I can't imagine it will take that long to create this content. Okay, here is the blog post. Now, it doesn't have a cover because it's a Reddit post, but I'm sure you can add that when you upload it or import it to your platform. So it's got here about role of internships and jobs and things that the Reddit post was based on. So it's got about C++, React, it's got about goals. So it has added in a bit more here, but it's all in relation to the Reddit post. So that's really nice. And it's almost like an answer to the post. And that is quite a detailed post that it's almost enhanced it by tenfold. Okay, so the last way I'm going to show you on how to create a new blog is by going to document and uploading your own document files. And if I click there, go to browse files, it says you can upload in the formats of PDF, doc, docx, txt with a maximum size of 200 megabytes, which is really generous and that's very impressive. But let's see if the AI is just as impressive. Now, this is something PDF I've just downloaded, a self-improvement guide. So let's add in that and it will be uploading now. And that was very quick. It's less than a megabyte. I'm going to leave it as it is, put it as second person. We're going to make it informative. Let's do about 2,000, keep it about 2,000 words. Similar to source, we want that, so I put it as very high, and we don't really want to cover image for this. Let's just take all that off because it's not really too relevant. Maybe add that on, and let's go to generate blog. Okay, so here is the blog, and this time maybe they fixed the bug that was there. I'm not quite sure, but now it has the SEO metrics and it says 80. It's got the headings here. You can view more keywords, and here they are. So if you wanted to add in any of these keywords here in the content, your score will go up. And that's a good way of trying to rank on Google in the top 10. And yeah, some of these written text are very good and they capture exactly what the PDF is about. Comprehensive guide to personal development, and it's well laid out, simple to use, and you probably want to go through here, maybe change a few of the words, but I think the AI has really captured this well and it's been transcribed perfectly from the PDF file. So that's another cool way to turn your documents into blog posts. Okay, guys, well, I think that's covered the overall features of Blogify. I hope you now have a good overall understanding of what Blogify does and how it works. I just want to show you a few more topics to talk about in regards to Blogify. So right at the bottom here on the left sidebar, they have upcoming features. Now, at the very top, they have some that they're working on, but a few of these have been implemented already. Shopify app, I haven't looked at that, but I'm guessing that will come under e-commerce, so it might be added. And this is what they've kind of achieved since the beginning. So version 1 all the way up to version 5. Now 5.5 is to be announced, and they have a few more integrations coming. They have personalized tone, so the AI will adapt your writing style and follow that style, and that's for enterprise only, which seems a bit steep, but I guess the output of the AI will be a lot better. So you could basically add in your own writing style, and the AI will use that style for creating your blog post, so it will sound more human-like, essentially. And guys, at the moment, Blogify is providing a 25% discount coupon code. You can just grab it by highlighting Blogify _25. And I'll take this opportunity to say, if you would like to buy Blogify, I will leave a link in the description below. It is affiliated, and if you click it, I will earn a small commission, but it would really help and I'd appreciate it. Blogify also has a blog, funny enough, and they got blogs all the way back to, well, they got 126, and these are updated, it seems, every few days, which is really nice. And they've got comparisons, so they're really promoting Blogify, and rightly so. It's a fantastic platform. And this is actually what a Blogify post looks like when you create a website on the Blogify platform. And that's really cool. So every post they're creating is created by Blogify and the AI. So you can read some and see what it all looks like and how they come out. Now, also down the footer, you have a bunch of links and different resources that you can click on. They got product comparisons, social media channels, they've got all of these FAQs, how to generate a blog. And this is really good to see because they're obviously proud of their platform and what you can achieve on there. So, all these help guides, I mean, there's just so much. You'll find all your information on the Blogify website. Okay, guys, this review has taken a lot longer than I expected, but there was a lot to cover. One thing to note is you can try out Blogify for 3 days. There's a free trial. You can cancel anytime, but you do need to sign up with your card to one of the plans, but then you can cancel straight away if you don't want to carry on. So the question is, would I recommend Blogify? I definitely would. Of course, there's a few bugs and features that need to be implemented and ironed out. They really need to add bring your own key or BIOC, where you can use, say, Open Router, and you can choose which model you want the content to be generated from. And I believe the output would be a lot better. Obviously, when they add in personalization, that would be really cool. Blogify does a lot, and the main thing is producing AI content from your videos, articles, audios, etc. So, although the content is good and it's long and it captures a lot, the content is very AI generated at times, and you would have to manually go in and edit quite a lot, which for some people takes away the automation of what the platform is essentially all about, and it should try and reduce your time. The YouTube add-on is really good and worth the money. The written scripts need some improvement. It needs to be more focused on the videos or your YouTube channel. A bit like the app subscriber on AppSumo right now. That's really good. But what Blogify does, it does really well. It probably has more features than it needs to and could perhaps focus on some of the more important ones. But it is a really good platform, very fast. It also works on mobile, which is nice. Not many platforms are optimized. And one thing I forgot to say is you can actually bulk blog generate, and it's as simple as adding in your links here. You select the source, so if it's YouTube, add your YouTube, then you go to one more, and it will take down your credits quickly. And a lot of this will be based on one of these options. But if you were writing, say, Amazon products, you could basically create 20 at once if you wanted, and they will all be similar to what you've requested here. So that's really nice. And I wish I kind of shown you this, but I think you get the idea on how it all works. So if you like this review of Blogify, don't forget to like the video, check out my other ones if you want, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want, it'd be really nice to hear your thoughts on what you think of Blogify, so drop me a comment and I will reply. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.